The heart has its reasons which reason knows nothing of. Blaise Pascal. Imagine waking up in a world where emotions never existed. No joy to brighten your days, no sorrow to remind you of what you've lost. Love is a foreign concept, and pain is nothing more than a logical signal of damage. In this world, you are not angry. You are not happy. You are not afraid, you simply exist. Would this be a paradise of reason or a lifeless void? A world of empty connections. Without emotions, relationships are purely transactional. Friendships are strategic alliances based on convenience, not care. Romantic love? It doesn't exist. People reproduce not because of passion or connection, but simply because it's necessary for the continuation of the species. Parents don't cradle their children out of love, but because it is their duty to ensure survival. Without feelings of respect, what is there to distinguish men from beasts? Asks Confucius. Imagine looking into the eyes of your closest friend and seeing nothing. Not warmth, not love, just vacant acknowledgement. Birthdays are just another day. Hugs are unnecessary gestures. Words of comfort are absent because no one feels the need for them. The depth of human connection that binds us together dissolves into nothing. Justice without mercy, power without compassion. Governments run with machine-like efficiency, free from bias or personal interest, yet also without mercy. Sentences are given without consideration of circumstances, only cold. Facts dictate fate. No second chances, no rehabilitation, just absolute logic. Lives hold no sentimental value. Justice is blind, not because it is fair, but because it simply does not care. Compassion is the basis of morality. Arthur Schopenhauer. Mahatma, art without emotion. What happens to art in a world without feeling? Music is reduced to mathematical patterns, devoid of passion. Paintings are just arrangements of color, not expressions of the soul. Literature lacks meaning, for there is no heartbreak to write about, no inspiration to share, no desire to tell a story that moves others. There are no songs about love, no poetry about longing, no movies that make you cry. Creativity is not driven by wonder or despair. It is merely a function of the brain, optimizing aesthetics with no deeper meaning. Without emotions, art is not art, it is empty. The science behind why we need emotions. Neuroscientist Antonio Damasio once studied patients with damage to the emotional centers of their brain. He found that without emotions, they struggled to make even the simplest decisions. Without emotional weight, even choosing what to eat for lunch became impossible. Our emotions are what drive us, push us forward, and make us care about the world around us. Without them, we are directionless. Life without love. Love, the force that has driven poets, warriors, and dreamers, ceases to exist. There are no butterflies in your stomach. No sleepless nights thinking about someone special, no heartbreak, no longing. The phrase, "I love you," is as meaningless as static noise. Marriages are purely contracts, formed for financial stability or genetic advantage. There is no affection, no warmth in a partner's touch. Families exist, but they do not gather around a dinner table sharing stories or laughter. They simply coexist. To love and be loved is to feel the sun from both sides. David Weiscott. But in this world there is no sun, only the cold, calculated indifference of a species that has removed the very thing that makes life worth living. The price of a world without emotion. No sadness, no anger, no fear, but also no joy, no excitement, no love. Would you trade away all the pain if it meant losing all the beauty too? Without emotions, we eliminate suffering, but we also erase everything that makes life meaningful. The heartbreak that shatters us is the same force that makes love feel euphoric. The struggles we endure make triumphs taste sweeter. The grief of losing someone reminds us that they mattered, that we mattered. The only way to deal with this life meaningfully is to embrace its chaos. Feel everything deeply and never apologize for being human. So, the next time you feel overwhelmed by emotion, whether it be joy, sadness, love, or heartbreak. Remember this. Your emotions are not your weakness. They are your humanity. And in a world without them, we are nothing more than machines pretending to be alive.